All right, all right. Welcome back, guys. All right, so here we go. Let's jump on in. And I'm starting out with what is it that Pisces, like deep animal, really is hungry for? And we've got an Ace of Cups. Want soul fulfillment? Maybe Pisces wants a real big old cup of love. Hey, Em. Good to see you, my love. Thank you so much for hanging with me again, sweetheart. Okay, we've got a couple of cards here. We got the Chariot in the reverse. We got the King of Cups in the reverse. Pisces got depleted at some point in time, didn't they? We got a Nine of Pentacles upright and a Ten of Wands upright. So Pisces is hungry to fill their cup again after probably like a real drought. Like I almost think of this like Pisces got super depleted and they have been, it's been like a hard fought return. Oh, I'm sorry. We also got the Empress. I didn't even notice that. It's been like a hard fought energy to restore them. Did we miss any others? No. Sorry, sometimes they get stuck together because I spill my coffee on things sometimes. Speaking of, with this energy of needing to repair and restore and replenish, I'm going to say Pisces knows that they were jonesing for something that wasn't fulfilling them for a while. They weren't moving forward. They might have been hooked on somebody and it was like, oh, I know that this is no good to be hooked on this person. I know I got to release it. And I know I also got to not be mad at myself for having been hooked on this. I know I can get back to leveled out emotions. I know I can get back to feeling like myself again. But for a while, instead of being an Empress energy, I think Pisces was definitely, starved for something that they wanted to cling to. Let's turn to the ancestors for a second and ask about that. Yeah, I think this has been kind of a tough one. Flowing river. Yeah, trying to get back onto the flow, onto the emotions that are unstunted, undamming the river, feeling like they can actually share and actually feel happy again. This feels like Pisces knew that they were, clenched, latched on to something really tightly for a while. Two of Swords and Four of Cups. This is a situation where they've known it for a while, but it's still been really hard. With the Two of Swords, it's like, yeah, I know what I should do, but how the hell am I supposed to do it? It bothers me. This feels like a disappointment. Even if it's an illusion that it's a disappointment, it still feels like it is. It feels like a missed opportunity. How am I supposed to stop the way I feel? Maybe around this last supermoon that we had, maybe Pisces had some big breakthrough on this. Let's take a look because it looks to me pretty good. We got the Star. We have the Five of Cups. We have the Death card. Definitely there was some kind of healing that came through for Pisces right around that full moon. Something they could have met somebody that shed some light on something or gave them some comparison. You notice how we have kind of a multitude of people. I mean, maybe they went to a support group, but I'm looking at it more like either, sometimes it takes us hearing somebody else's life story before we go, wow, oh man, here I've been holding this lump in my heart, and now I hear somebody else's story of something that was a loss or something that they went through, and it completely changes my perception a little bit. There's something about transformation. There's something about letting go of grief, and it has to do with realizing I'm not the only one who's grieved something like this, and these other people are still standing just like I am. So, maybe let me ask how they healed from it, or there's some kind of like either a gift or there's some kind of like I think Pisces was suddenly able to distance themselves from the thing that was really disappointing for a really long time, and it just helped them to kind of like unlatch from something. It maybe somebody gave them a really amazing piece of advice. Maybe one of these people actually said something really kind to Pisces. Maybe they said, oh, you've been wounded too. I can see it. And it's always such a shame because I know just how you feel, but God, if only you could look in the mirror and see how other people see you, Pisces. You're freaking amazing. You're beautiful. You're handsome. You're amazing. But while you're hurt, you are the last person to be able to see that in yourself. Maybe somebody spoke a truth and really identified, because I feel like there's this really profound sense of like, oh my God, that person really saw me. They're wounded too, but they really saw me, and that helped me to hear their words. That helped me to see this in a different light. There's something about Pisces having the final breakthrough that they needed. I don't know who this person was, but they helped Pisces to heal. But I don't think that they are healed. I think that they're wounded. But I think that Pisces needed to hear this from someone. Page of Pentacles. It was definitely some gift that set Pisces onto like a better journey. You notice that we've got our character walking in like a field now that's blooming, and just thinks there's a much brighter outlook all of a sudden. Universe, can you weigh in on this? Because I don't know how or what it is exactly that's helping Pisces so much, but I love the fact that their heart is getting cleared. 8 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles. Pisces is definitely feeling blissfully like I've turned my back on something and I feel better. But as I turn my back to one thing, I turn my face toward something else, like a kindred spirit. That 6 of Pentacles is like, I do think that Pisces is meeting somebody else who has given them some kind of support, and it was just what Pisces needed, and Pisces is going to be reciprocating it. If this hasn't happened yet, then I feel like this is what's coming. Because when I began, I said, what is it that Pisces is hungry for? And we said they were hungry to actually fill their own cup after finally like getting beyond that, I've been attached for so long, holding on tightly to something that was actually freaking miserable. And now I just want to fill my own cup again and let this go. And let go of like any irritation that I have with myself for having held on for so long. So I'm feeling like this, we're seeing a Pisces that's already in like the recovery stage of having released something. Universe, what's on the horizon for our Pisces? We've got a 9 of Cups. So there's happiness. It is sideways. So that happiness, perhaps, it's all in, what Pisces reaches for, of course. They can have or not have as much or as little happiness as they're ready for. Sometimes a 9 of Cups can be overindulgent. So the fact that it's sideways could also say that Pisces will moderate it. 3 of Wands, there's a lot to look forward to in the future, but Pisces is more living in the present, not looking too far ahead into the future, which makes sense because they're just now kind of like a healed and balanced version of themselves. I would hope that they're taking it one day at a time, not overwhelming themselves. But with the 8 of Wands here, it says that every day is going to be a little bit brighter. It says that every day they're going to get a little bit more excited. They're going to have a little more pep in their step. They're going to talk to a few more people. They're going to take a little bit more action. I almost feel like I'm picturing that this could have been the story of a Pisces that was really depleted for a while. And you know how sometimes we get sad or we get depleted in something and it's like we haven't really tended to our house in a while. We haven't really cleaned the house. And then all of a sudden we feel better and we go on like a cleaning spurt and we're like, I'm even going to like scrub my baseboards and I'm loving it. And I'm going to, refreshen my whole like wardrobe just a little bit. And all of a sudden we have like new sparks of creativity and we want to take a class in something all of a sudden. And we want to do some hobbies. I feel like that just on the day to day, I think Pisces life is going to be more exciting. I think they're starting to chit chat with more people. And I think they're having an influx of new energy in their lives, but they in turn are, I don't know, I feel like they're kind of on fire. This is nice. And it's all in the present energy. They're not too worried about the future because they're in the present energy. With the Death card in the reverse, it's like, let me just enjoy Scorpio season right now for what it is. I don't want any more changes. I just let go of something. I just started to feel happier. Let me just soak up where I'm at right now. Can we not bring in a new lover right now? Can I just have a week of just feeling good for the first time in a long time? Hey, I amen to that. I think this Scorpio, this Pisces deserves it. But But we do have the Lovers. And the Lovers it's a card of choice, but we couple it with the idea of memories. It doesn't have to be that Pisces starts to think about that lover from the past. It could be that they think and remember like how nice it is to have romance in their life, the better they feel. Even though they said, look, I'm not trying to bring in anything new right now. I just want to plateau for a hot minute and enjoy where I'm starting to feel better. But you know what happens when we feel really good and we're loving life? Sometimes that's when we go, damn, I wish I could share this with somebody. And damn, I remember how sweet it is to have, kisses and hugs. This could be somewhere around Valentine's Day before, I keep wanting to say Scorpio, I'm so sorry, before Pisces is really starting to think about romance again. Those two hearts are really popping out to me right now. It doesn't have to be Valentine's Day, but I think that our character is wanting to plateau for a bit of time and then come around Valentine's Day. Maybe around Pisces' birthday too, they start to think about love. I see a birthday cake or a wedding cake here is the reason that makes me think of that. Four of Cups in the reverse. Let me put it this way. When Pisces is ready for romance again, it will be because they're ready, not because they're wounded, not because they're longing, not because they feel like they've missed opportunities. It'll be when they're ready to choose a new lover, and it'll be because they enjoy the concept of love and having a lover in their life. It won't be because I'm oh so lonely. It won't be because I'm hoping that this time I could have a different outcome. There is no loneliness. There is no lamenting this or that. We have a Queen of Swords. If anything, even though Pisces might be open to love again somewhere into like the beginning of next year, I still think that they're going to say, but it might be a little harder to make me fall in love, even though I want to. It might be a little tougher because I'm pretty, I can't help but be astute. Like when I hear people say stuff, the new me is a little bit more clinical, and I can't help but hear when people are telling me half truths, and I can't help but maybe roll my eyes a little bit at a few things that might sound a little bit fanciful, and I just can't help it because I'm a little bit more realistic. Yeah, we got the Justice and we got the Eight of Swords, because I'm definitely not going to get myself stuck again on somebody that treats me wrong, and then I in turn end up acting like a karmic version of myself, wanting something that I know is no good for me. I'm pretty determined to stay real truthful with myself. This doesn't mean that Pisces is going to like totally demystify all romance and make it clinical and, robotic. But I just think this is their protective mechanism. Like they're hell-bent and determined. I'm never going to get stuck on somebody who tells me all the pretty words that I want to hear. I'd rather have somebody that doesn't do uber romantic stuff that might not really have real meaning. What's sexy to me now is people that tell me the truth. Tell me how much debt you're in, baby. You're turning me on. You're telling me the truth right now. You're telling me real stuff. That's awesome. Tell me when you need to rotate your tires on your car. That's hot. Now I know you're dealing with me for real. You're not telling me just romance stuff. That's what's hot now. I kind of think, I'm not saying it's probably that extreme, but I do think that talking about real stuff is more important to Pisces in the next romance, because they don't want the wool to be pulled over their eyes. Now they still want, love and romance and sexy good times, but I will still say they've changed a little bit, because I think somebody really in the past, I think whatever happened to Pisces, there was somebody messed with their mind a little bit, and it was hard to get detached from that. And it took Pisces a lot of effort to get de-romanticized from a situation. And now they're like, I don't want to fall for that again. It took me long enough to get over it. So give me somebody straightforward now. That's the only kind of lover I'm going to be open to. Let me just ask this, and I have to because I'm kind of chuckling over that, but if Pisces builds trust with a new person in the future who they know isn't going to like just tell them sweet nothings that mean nothing, how might they interact with that person? Temperance in the reverse. Hang on. Sag energy. I'm I was going to say they might at some point realize that they go too far in that other direction, too far into like the clinical, like don't romance me at all, just speak truth to me all the time. This says that things might be a little, the pendulum can shift too far in one direction and then it needs to come back. I think that it'll be Pisces could start, the next romantic connection they have could be a little bit seemingly like dry and not very romantic at first. And as they develop some kind of trust, then Pisces might start to warm up more and give more, flirty, fun, romantic attention to this person. And they'll match Pisces there with the Three of Pentacles. There's we got to work together on this. I can understand Pisces being really guarded, but they kind of are coming in just a little too much with the pendulum swung on the side of, I want facts and truth only. I do not want romance. Don't tell me I look attractive. I don't need to hear that. Tell me instead, what your intentions are. Like, I feel like when it comes to romance, it's just going to take Pisces a little bit of time to get out of that bit of a funk that they were left in because of that previous connection. But it's getting worked out. They'll meet that person where they're at and vice versa as trust is built. I mean, you can't expect somebody who's been through what Pisces has been through to just instantly be like, okay, well, I'm over that person from the past and everything that happened, and I won't ever be triggered by anything like that again. It takes some time to adapt again. Heck, if you're in like a motor vehicle accident and you get whiplash and your neck hurts, and then it takes time for your neck to heal, but then once it has healed, sometimes you're still like this for a while, you're still guarding. And so I just think it's normal to still be guarding is basically what this is trying to say. All right, I'm going to leave this here. Good to see you guys. Hey, Hatala. Thanks again, EM. FK Slay. Hey. Hi, Monica. Thank you, sweetheart. Chris, great to see you. Living Waters in the house. Wonderful to see you. All right, you guys, I'm going to go ahead now and release those other two videos. I've already done the Aries and the Sagittarius. And then I'll be gone for a bit. When I come back, I'll go over to Tarot Dog and I will get the Cancerian video done and a general love message over there as well. All right, you guys, thank you so much for being here. This is all of our zodiacs now other than Cancerian. So, all right, you guys, lots of love. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing, Pisces. Bye for right now.